everyone. It's Terry, 1965 gal. How you doing today?
Turn around.
Doing really well today. I'm getting my supplies ready for my new job, and I have to get a computer printer, and they're sold out all over my county, and I have to go to another county 13 miles away to get the last one. So yay, winning. But it's actually really lucky because last night I went to Staples and I saw the printer I wanted, and it's really nice, and it's actually portable and battery operated printer, so it's great for the go on the go, you know. So I asked her if she had any more left because there wasn't any on the shelf, and she called all around and found one in Naples. So that's where I'm going today. First of all, I'm going to get some gas. But I just want to say that I've been reading this. I just want to do some more motivational speaking with you guys, because I've been reading my second book since I started reading books again. I really just read stuff online and never have been reading books for the longest time. But I'm reading how I went from failure to success as a salesman, and I've been reading that, and it gives me so many pointers on salesmanship and stuff. But mostly it's about selling yourself. If you, in anything, like say you're doing whatever you're doing, you know, like say you're a waitress, and you're, you know, everything that has to do with sales, you know, salesmanship, you're like
300 yards.
After everything that has to do with salesmanship has to do with what you do when you're a waitress, like you go to the table and you talk to them, and you ask them if they would like something to drink, and then you upsell them, like say they just want water, and you suggest, like, you know, they want something, would you like something like some really delicious raspberry tea or something, and then an appetizer, you know, like the same works with any kind of salesmanship. You know, sometimes when I was a waitress, though, I used to get upset because I used to have to tell people like all kinds of like features and specials and all that stuff, and I just went rambling on, and I felt like I was like repeating myself too often because my tables were close together, and I always did it like in a pattern so that everything was very fluid, you know, like it would flow. Like, so I wouldn't forget to ask and tell people the specials, you have to sell yourself first, no matter what. You have to, when you go to that table, and you also are a public speaker. You are speaking to the public when you are a waitress, and when you are any kind of salesperson. You're speaking to a cold public. Like, they don't know you.
At the end of the road, turn
so
right,
you have to go up to them, and you have to like talk to them, and there's a certain amount of trust involved too with your waitress. You don't want to have some waitress that you don't trust, like bringing you food that's going to harm you or something, you know, or just, you know what I mean? It's like there's a certain amount of trust between the salesperson and the public, and it's always good to have a little bit of public speaking knowledge going into any job, because if you can't speak to the public, then you aren't going to make it, because you have to speak a lot. But also there's a time when my GPS is like killing me today. Anyway, I got off my train of thought. Oh yeah, you have to learn when to stop speaking too, and listen. Like if you talk and talk, don't let anybody, and don't listen, and just tell everybody everything that you like, that you want them to hear. You'll never get any information from them. Like, you know, like when I went to the table and I told them all the specials and all that, I should have asked them, hey, I don't have a stop sign, man. These people, man, ridiculous. I didn't have a stop sign and they almost hit me. I just can't believe this. There should be a stop sign at that intersection right there. There should be, because it happens all the time. There's like 2 lanes of traffic. No, they have a stop sign, but nobody ever follows that. Then, when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I have the right of way, then people almost smash into me every time, you know? But they're just too impatient. But anyway, you got to be very patient to be a salesperson. That's ridiculous, how impatient people are these days. Like me, I'll let them go. Go ahead. Not even, oh, a little wave. That's nice. But sometimes, you know, when like you let people go and they don't wave to you and like thank you, it's almost like, man, I shouldn't have let them go in the first place, you know? It's almost like you just want that little acknowledgement that, you know, that they're grateful to you for letting them go when you didn't have to. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm kind of crazy. Not crazy, but not really crazy. What in the heck? I'm going to Costco to get some gas, and I'll probably run out of gas in the line today because it's ridiculous how many people shop here on Sundays and how many people get gas here. It's like our only gas station in town, it seems like, today. Here we go. Now I'm going to let this guy go. Let's wave to him that he knows. Go ahead. You're welcome. Go ahead. You're welcome. Go ahead if you want. Go ahead. Go ahead. That lady was too distracted to wave to me, but I'll forgive her this time. Anyway, just getting gas, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 deep. 4 people in a row in line to get gas. And there's 2 people at the pumps. And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aisles or lanes that you can get gas at. So it's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, what I was saying about letting the other person talk and listening is very important because you can gather information from them. Like, you can get a lot of information from somebody if you just sit and listen to them talk about themselves. And people, that's the best thing, the thing they love to do the most is talk about themselves. Ask them questions about themselves, you know, and then they'll go on and on forever. So you almost have to cut them off after a little bit. But when you're a salesperson, you can't just like ramble on about yourself. Kind of try to make it, if they do ask you a question, kind of try to make it quick and to the point and then move on, you know? And so, also another thing about, you know, actually these things I'm telling you are all about life too. Like, you should listen to people when they are talking, ask them questions, and listen to them. I mean, even if you never get to tell a story of your own, just do it. I mean, why do you want to tell, like, all your stories? You know, they'll ask you if they're interested, right? So, it's like conversation. All conversation is a series of questions and answers back and forth. And that's what most people are missing with conversation these days. They're like, they just want to talk, and then, or they'll ask you a question and then you start to answer and then they'll interrupt you and then you never get your answer out. So it's almost like a competition for the floor, the limelight, the spotlight. it's almost like a competition to see who can get their story out. But today is a beautiful day. It's kind of cool, but I got layers on. I got my shirt, I got my sweater, and I got my, oh, this is my Dale Earnhardt jacket, which I hardly ever get to wear. RCR. Up in North Carolina, there's a the racing, Dale Earnhardt Racing Museum, and that's where I got this. And it was like a couple of years ago I got it, and I think I've worn it 3 times, because down here we hardly ever get to wear our jackets. But actually I'm thinking about taking this off anyway, because it's kind of, I've got my air conditioning going a little bit in my truck today. So anyway, another good thing about motivation is the 6 o'clock club. I am working on this so hard. I'm trying to change and tweak things, like I told you in my last video, how you have to change things little by little, and you have to work on things and try to change yourself, because it's not going to take overnight. It's not going to be overnight, because it's taken a while to build a habit that's bad. So it's going to take a little bit to build a good habit too. So what you want to do is, like, the 6 o'clock club is something mentioned in How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success by Frank Bettger. You got to get the book and read it. It's so filled with good information. He says that somebody told him about being part of this 6 o'clock club, which means you get up at 6 o'clock every morning, and which makes you go to bed earlier at night so you can get enough sleep, because of course it's important to get 8 hours of sleep at least every night, because your body rejuvenates itself when you sleep. Your brain cells repair, like everything just repairs itself. So, and then you'll be tired at night, hopefully, you know. So I'm trying and trying and trying to, like, change my ways, and I'm going to be part of the 6 o'clock club this week. So I'm just going to keep getting up at 6 o'clock every morning, and then I'll be going to bed probably like 9 or 10. Maybe I'll be the, you know, like, I'll tweak it a little bit. But also being part of the 6 o'clock club, getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Say you get up at 7 or 8, 9, 10, whatever, and just think about those hours that you could be doing things to get ahead. You know what I mean? To get yourself more success. If you know what I mean. You can get up and do like a goal list. You can get up and you can clean your house. You can cook some dinner, so that later on you save yourself, you know, from having to cook later. And it's just a good rule to follow, you know. I'm learning so much from this wonderful book, and also from Gung Ho. Oh gosh, now I have to find my card. I don't want to hold up anybody. When they're done, and I'm up there next. So it doesn't seem to be taking too long here. See, and I'm patient too, you know? It's like, you gotta have patience, you know? Like, also, I wanted to mention Jesus Christ is my main motivation in life. And I didn't mention him on my last video, and I'm so upset at myself, because he is my main motivation. Every morning when I wake up, I say, thank you for waking me up, and, you know, thank you for blessing me with this wonderful life I have, and every night before bed I thank him for everything, and every time before we eat we thank him. We say grace. We say, you know, well, thank you for this food and, like, providing for us. And you got to be so faithful to the one and only King of Kings, and you'll be, if you always constantly pray to him, you'll be right. You'll be right. Everything else will fall into place, you know. Well, I'm going to get gas right now, so I'll be right back. Hi. A funny thing just happened when I was getting gas. Remember how I was talking about patience and everything? Well, you realize that I had to wait for 6 cars to get my gas, and then the gas pump was pumping really, really slowly. So there was people behind me that had to wait for me, right? But there was a poor guy. He was like, you know, he had a big vehicle, and I guess it wasn't pumping fast enough for him because he, you know, he had a lot of gas to put in there. And he was like, well, I think I'm just gonna just wait, you know, and get some more gas later or whatever, and just like, you know, stop now so that these other people can get in line and get their gas, which is really nice and everything. But this other guy said, just keep pumping. He goes, we had to wait, they can wait, you know. I mean, everybody knows they have to wait. When you're in a line, you know you're gonna have to wait. If there's a line, if there's people in front of you, you're gonna have to wait. So, but it was really nice of the guy to say that, though, that he was gonna stop pumping his gas and like let everybody go. But that would have just been like really inconvenient for him to have to come back and pump his gas again, you know. I feel that everybody's a paying customer, you know. Everybody has the same rights. So you shouldn't really worry about the people behind you, because they could have been the people in front of you if they would have left home earlier, or if they would have stopped earlier, or if they would have, you know, different things happen where, and if the people aren't patient enough, they would have seen the line and not gotten in it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm very philosophical lately as far as like the way I think about things. Is ever since I've been having all this bad physical health because of the accident I got into, I've been more I think more about life and how I've lived my life now. I live it in the moment. I like live it now. Not like I don't do anything crazy, like stupid crazy, but I analyze my life more about my decisions that I'm making each day, and I'm also getting rid of some clutter in my life. That's another thing that you have to do gradually, is get rid of your clutter, because of course everybody has clutter. But what you do is kind of like do a priority list of what you think just to get write your priorities down, what you feel is important in your life, right? Say you're not gonna, why are you gonna keep all this other stuff around if you aren't gonna be using it in the near future, you know? What I like to do is think about, well, what if I had to move right now? What if I had to just pick up and move into a small place right now? Like, what would I take with me, you know? Kind of thing, you know? And it's kind of given me a better short way of thinking, you know? I mean, I haven't had time to totally commit to the process. Also, I learned something else too, out of the farm animals, I'm probably gonna screw this all up, but out of farm animals, the chicken and the pig are talking about having bacon and eggs for breakfast, right? And the chicken is having a, what is it? The chicken is going to the going to the breakfast, but the pig is making a total commitment. You know, like the pig is making a commitment, you know. I think I screwed that all up, but you get my point. If you need to, with your life, you need to commit wholeheartedly to what you want out of life. That way, if you stay focused on your goals and stuff, then nothing's going to be able to stop you or limit you from achieving what you want. Like, just keep your eye on the carrot, you know? So, that's all I have to say about that for right now. However, another thing, as far as commitment in sales, you have to take a day, or in anything in your life, you have to take some time to organize your week, your day. You have to organize what you're going to do each day, otherwise you're just flailing. And I never really thought about that as far as like until recently. With my Avon business, I was flailing. I'm still pretty much flailing. I've been doing it for 4 years, but I never really organized and committed to like making appointments with people and just like making my time valuable to them and making their time valuable to me. It was mostly my time was not valuable to them because I would stay at their house and talk with them, and just I didn't know how to say I had to go. So my time to them was nothing. Like it was like oh, she can stay and talk however long. She doesn't have anywhere to be, right? But if you treat your job and your commitment to your job like more like a structured thing, then you'll do really well with it. Like, for example, like my Avon, I would bring the books, drop them off, chit chat a little bit, and then they would call me and place the order on the phone or text it in. I would get the order and I would call everybody when I got the order in, and I would say I'm going to be dropping off your Avon today, you know, whatever. But I never said I'll be there between 3 and 4 this afternoon, or I'll be there at 11, between 11 and 12 this morning, you know. I never said a time, so people just thought my time was not valuable. So that's what you have to do. You have to put it in, put the people's name in there, and that way you have a way to get out of there and stop talking to them. And like, I mean, it's not bad to talk to the people, but limit your time. And also, people love appointments. People love to make appointments with other people. They realize that you realize that their time is valuable also. And then they realize that your time is very valuable too, because they only get that little bit of window to be with you and for that appointment, right? And also, if you miss your appointment, if you're running late, you always call the person and tell them that you're running late. Don't be late for appointments then. Once you start making appointments, I mean, of course, things will delay you sometimes, but don't forget to call the person and give them the courtesy that you're running late or whatever, and they always understand if you call them. You know, if they don't understand, then they're not worth having as a client, if you know what I mean. But like, I think it's really important to do this, the commitment to appointments too. It's get yourself a day planner and a weekly planner and a yearly planner, and then pencil in your appointments. I say pencil them in because you know, that way you're not using so much whiteout when you have to change an appointment. appointments, and then visually that'll be on your mind, and you won't have. Then you can like have that'll be on your mind, and you can set your day according to your appointments, and also don't forget to schedule in your breaks, like your lunch, breakfast, dinner. Don't forget to schedule in like a little bit of time for yourself, so that you can, you need to be able to be fresh and everything for your clients, and you need to be fresh for your family. You can't just always work, and like not have any breaks in there, because plus don't overwork yourself and then say, well, I have a vacation coming up in 6 months. That's not like good either. You need to take little outings, have outings with your family, like periodically, not just wait for that 6-month vacation and then that's it. You just go on a vacation, that's it, and then you have to live off of that for the next 6 months, No way, man. Then you overwork yourself the rest of the time. That's not a good way to live life either, because then you're not enjoying your life. That's what I've done recently in my life. I pray a lot, and then I let God guide me, and then He guides me to whatever I need to do, and I have to self-motivate myself. So but I'm always ready to research and do more to help myself motivate, because it's not always, you're always learning. Don't ever forget that. You're always learning all the time. Don't ever stop learning, or you'll age. You'll get old if you stop learning. When you keep learning stuff, you're going to stay young. So
after 800 yards, take the exit, then keep right.
Sorry about this GPS unit. But I'm so excited to get this printer.
Take the exit, then keep
really excited
right.
about my new job too, because it's something new and it's challenging, and I love it. I'm just so thrilled that I'm doing it, and y'all can do whatever you set your mind to, and don't forget that it's not just words.
Keep right.
It's not just words. Okay. Alright guys, I'll talk to you in a little bit again. Love you. Bye. Peace out. God bless you.